Okay, we'll start with the interview. Thanks very much for being interviewed this morning for Piper's Persuasion, Jim. Do you prefer being called Jim or?
Aye.
Aye, that's fine, okay. Where were you born, Jim?
Wisha.
That's a shame.
Aye.
Everybody's got a cross severe, eh? Wishaw, eh? My goodness, the parish of Wishaw. So that's a wee bit unfortunate start, wasn't it? When were you born? What year?
1936.
1936. When did you start playing drums?
Could I just stop you?
Okay.
Sorry about that. I said some right at the start of now, which I will.
Aye.
Had a good story,
Aye.
but my grandfather
Aye.
was a piper,
Okay.
and he came out of Dalkeith, someplace, but he was a solo piper.
Right.
You know, Mackay, John Mackay.
John Mackay.
See, so for there, you know, we were always known about my grandfather.
Aye.
He stayed someplace else, but he was always, you know, Davy wanted him because to play. You
Okay.
know, so that's.
So that was a kernel of interest. That's what started it up.
Just something
Yeah.
like that, you know.
Good. Aye. Who was the older brother, you or David?
It was David.
Okay. Did he take up piping before you took up drumming?
Yes, a good story here because I stayed on. I was going to be a piper because once you get going,
Aye.
and here David started about 45,
Okay.
and he come through the Boys Brigade first of all, and then Yemen's band, and then he was going to ship off to DL Highland.
Okay.
And what happened to me was I saw a chanter flying in a antique shop, and it was all silver mounted, you know, lovely thing. So my father says, well, if you'll play it, he says, we'll get it.
Right.
So we did get it. The only problem was when we got it on the Saturday, my father had given them the chanter to the silver chanter. And as he said, well, you're chanting because I'm now a drummer, because I'm not playing until I get that. And I never ever got it.
So I don't understand can you explain that again, what happened about the chanter?
Well, obviously he was well in with piping, and that suited me as well.
Aye.
But to get one up with your brother, you know, with a
Oh,
silver chanter.
So did David acquire the silver chanter
And Jim
instead of you?
I just then.
Oh, quite right. I would up sticks myself.
So
that's what you
right
did?
how it happened.
You up sticks.
Aye.
So you said, I'm going to be a drummer.
Yes, indeed.
And so when did you, what age were you then when you started?
Well, that must have been me on 10, 11.
Aye, okay. Where did you go to learn drums?
Well, it was a big holding people, young lads, some older than me, and the guys that done all the work was Alec Dussert,
Right.
the man for who else? George Pride, and they all got together and they were teaching all the boys. Well, it so happened that my father and Alec Dutter's father, they were getting too many.
Right.
So I got the business of, I got sent to Alec Dutter's father,
Okay.
old John, and he took me to, you know, he would take me my way for 6 months, 9 months, and then we furthered them out to Craignuke.
So you went to Craignuke?
Because it was a balance of players in Motherwell Wishaw.
And that was another mining band, wasn't it?
Yes, it was the colliery and the steel.
Aye.
So you were talking about for Clovel steel, right up till you went to shots.
A tremendous amount of pipe bands locally by all these mining communities.
You could in Wisha and go maybe 6 mile and you could get 20 bands
It's amazing, eh?
in a circle. Sort of do, you know, for Bell's Hill,
Aye.
for instance, right to the main shots
Aye.
band, you know.
And they were all taught well, weren't they?
Yes.
Yeah. And who taught you Craig Nuke then? Or was it
Well,
still Duffer?
Duther, he sort of was the guy who got you to the stage,
Okay.
because the one thing, and it comes out in the Muirhead band and all these other bands, it's all about tunes, some, but more using the sticks,
Okay.
so that you could control the sticks.
Uh-huh.
There's always guys there that know very good,
Uh-huh.
and you'll always stay that way.
Yeah.
If you don't get a player in that's practicing,
Yes.
but got that bit of music
Mm-hmm.
that he's wanting to play. So I left and went up to Craig Nuke, and then that day I went to what's his name? Gordon Jelly,
Okay.
because Gordon was the drummer for Dale Hill.
Okay. Uh-huh.
And then of course he went away for a while, and in fact he went to Australia with a big Glasgow policeman. You know who I'm talking
Is
about?
that Montgomery?
That's right. Because I went to
Aye.
John in Glasgow,
John McCartney was very famous at that time, wasn't he?
you know,
Aye.
and I went there with the red bus in. My dad took me to the bus, and
Yes.
then I come back out. Because at that time people didn't write music,
Aye. Okay.
so I got about 12 months worth of that, you know.
Did you get
just-
taught how to write music then?
I did indeed. I
Excellent.
played the piano as
Uh-huh.
well, you know.
You did?
No, he did.
Oh, you did, aye.
And
Aye.
that was a feather in my cap, you know.
Okay. Uh-huh.
But it just come and went. But you needed it sometimes. Sometimes I didn't bother, because a lot of them didn't play it anyway.
Aye.
Yeah.
How strong were drummers at that time on technique?
Well, that really happened through Jimmy Callerwood,
Uh-huh.
who stayed in Wisha, but he ended up policeman in Glasgow.
Okay.
No, in Edinburgh in the band. He developed quite a lot of stuff in Switzerland and places where all drum techniques were being looked at.
Yes.
You know, the pipers and drummers didn't think, you know, that's all we can play.
Mm-hmm.
So the Dutharts and Johnny Kerr, all these chaps were the new guys
Uh-huh.
that wanted in to play the band.
Yes.
And funny thing is, they were all grade 1,
Right. Mm-hmm.
which is important.
Of course.
So when, you know, I went in, that was me 14,